First game. It's going to be on Newark Precinct. Let's switch this over for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Best of 5, I think it is. Shift N. There we go. Alright guys, so spawning in the bottom right position, it is our green Zerg player from Psistorm Gaming. It is Pengwin. And spawning in our bottom left position, it is the red Zerg player from Nocturnal Gaming. It is Jig. Sorry guys, while I'm getting the last little bit of the settings taken care of, I do apologize for the sudden and last minute cast, but I am with you guys now and I'm ready to go. So far both players are kind of doing the same exact builds. They kind of go for that early pool opening. The only difference is Jig is going for the gas, so he will be able to get some speedlings out. It's such a short spawn map. He would be able to get the lings inside Pengwin's base very quickly, and I'm sure Pengwin will have enough lings of his own to be able to defend against this, so I'm not too worried about what's going to happen. Both players' pulls are about to finish up about the same time. However, Jig, like I said before, he will have his gas up and ready to go. And he will start, as we see, he is starting to research the speed boost from the speedlings, or speed boost from the lings. Sorry guys, just swapping off a couple things. ZVZ is kind of interesting. What have they done, especially in the legacy? And the games are a lot more quicker. As we can see, 2 minutes in, both bases are getting up. The difference, though, like we see, Jig is, he's doing the Baneling nest thing. He's going to get speedlings quickly, then he's going to jump into Banes. As we see, Pengwin just kind of cruising at the moment. I think he wants to play a later game. I think he wants to get these roaches out and kind of have a quick game like that. Pengwin's Overlord, though, as we can see, is in a great position. He's going to see the early queen, does see the early lings, so he's going to know the build that Jig did. These 2 lings are coming inside. He's going to try to see what they can. They're going to try to get inside and see what they can see, but they can't. 4 lings and a queen stops it. And the scout is basically over from Pengwin. Pengwin still does not know what's going on. I think he has an inkling, but he does get the speed coming out. I hate when people message me. I should really turn that off. Pengwin, knowing what is going on, gets the Bane nest up, but I don't think it's going to be getting up in enough time. Speed is finished for Jig. But there's a lot of queens coming down from Pengwin. I don't know if Pengwin sees it. Pengwin's got perfect vision of what's going on. He's going to see that there's 4 Banes coming in. They are speedlings. He's really not too worried about the Penguins getting plenty of lings out. They're focusing down the Bane. 1 Bane goes down, 2 Bane goes down, 3 Banes going down on top of the queens. The last Bane gets picked off from Pengwin, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. There's a lot of lings still here from Jig. Jig is now just going on the assault. He does get 1 drone for all his troubles, and at the same time he took down 3 queens from Pengwin. Pengwin is just having forced to defend as best he could. Now he sends a counterattack of his own. Jig is forced to retreat behind this. The only thing Jig can do is just get more lings on top of more lings. We see 16 lings coming out from Jig. At this point, I think Pengwin really needs to he needs to back off a little bit, just like going forward just a little bit more. But we see a couple Banes being streamed in from Pengwin, but there's a lot of Banes here from Jig as well. I mean, here comes more lings going to try to come in and try to get those last little bit of Banes. And the last 2 Banes explode on top of Pengwin's army. There's really not much that Pengwin's going to be able to do. He's going to try to, oh my goodness, he's going to try to let's see what they got. Both players are kind of just going back and forth with this speedlings kind of battle brewing up here in the middle part of the map, and both players kind of tap out and go with their separates behind this. Pengwin is jumping into the lair tech. We'll see if he tries to jump into the muse once those layers do come out. more Banes, mostly on the defensive at this point, it seems like, coming out from Pengwin. Pengwin is just getting the lair. Once he gets to the lair upgrade, we'll see what he decides to jump into. Pengwin is getting a lot of gas. He's trying to save them. Banes, 2 Banes going around on top of the other Banes. Those Banes are just going to do so much damage as he gets into the drone line. Sacrificing some lanes to get on top of, which is a great idea. Forcing Jig to push back all the way back to his base. A spine gets moved here from Pengwin, just trying to do some kind of defensive. And like I said, that lair got finished, and here is the spire from Pengwin. He's trying to rack up as much gas as he can, so that way as soon as he gets out, he spawns as much mutas as he can. Jig is going for the ground. Going for the ground army. We do see a couple drones being rallied around for some reason. I think that's got to be some kind of misclick. He's got to realize that there's drones in the middle of the map. But like I said, Jiggs just looks like he's just going for the roaches. He hasn't really committed to the roaches just yet, as we see. He's only got a couple out, but he is going for the range upgrade for the roaches, so he's got to be committing to it. I think he's kind of hoping to keep it like this ground-based army, but the spire is almost done from Pengwin, and he's going to be able to get at least 6 mutas out, and behind this, Jig is taking a 3rd base. I don't think Pengwin takes it at the exact same time. We're 7 minutes in for both players, and I just think they're both kind of behind. Not as behind as they thought they would be. Pengwin's sending his lings around, just trying to see the best he can to scout around, making sure there's only a couple bases. Like I said, Pengwin gets the spire out, and now he will be able to make the mutas, and he's going to be able to get 8 mutas out, and he starts upgrading the attack as well. I mean, at the same time, Jig does not see this. He does not scout it. Unfortunately, these mutas are, I think, well, maybe they are purposely. They're rallied to across the map, and they're not going to be spotted until the very, very end. These mutas are going to be flying right over Jig's army, and Jig's about to see where they go. Oh, good play by Jig. Forces the army to push all the way back. Pengwin has to use his mutas to come all the way back to the base to defend it. As we see, he's trying to stop all the roaches, trying to stop everything. And surprisingly enough, Jig behind this isn't going for the Hydralisk Den or anything like that. He's still sticking with his roaches. Lings come in to pick up the rest of these roaches. I mean, that's it. These mutas are just going to fly into the base. There's only a couple spore crawlers here for Jig, and we'll see what he's going to do now. He did the mutas. There's a lot of mutas on the map. 3 more are being produced. The upgrade for the mutas are about to finish as well. And yes, this is going to be some spore crawlers in this. We just see 1 right here on the corner. Got 2 to stop the mutas from flying into the base. But they should just start picking off the overlords, which is about to do. It's going to cause Jig definitely going to start causing him some trouble if these mutas start flying around and picking off these overlords that we see all the way across the map. It's going to cause problems, you know, more lings going across. They snipe the 3rd base from Jig. Jig is in a terrible position. Pengwin's 3rd base is about to finish, and these mutas are just flying around, just wreaking havoc. I think at this point, though, there's just too much spore crawlers in place for Jig, and I'm not too sure if these mutas are going to do as much damage as they thought they were going to do, or they were hoping they were going to be able to do. Roach speed and range finishing up for Pengwin. I mean, both players are going with this the Roach play, but I think Jig is, like we see, he's got the Infestor Pit, and he's going to start trying to pump out as much as infestors as he can for this fungal growth to try to block, or actually to stop the mutas. And Hydra's going down from Pengwin. Maybe he's expecting some kind of counterattack with Hydralisk. I wonder if Pengwin... Yeah, I wonder if Pengwin's waiting for him to finish that hatchery, and then as soon as it gets done, then he'll force him to cancel. Because if he gets on top of it in time before he cancels, there he goes. He doesn't cancel, loses out on all that money, and this what a safe play from Pengwin. Like we said, he just kind of baited that around, wanted to wait for that drone to try to finish. Waiting for that drone to try to finish. or try to wait for that drone to start the hatchery, so that way he could be able to snipe it. These mutas are coming in, trying to find a good spot to come in on. They've sniped the queen, which is great, but he's having a hard time getting in the middle of it, and Roach is going across the map, and I don't think Pengwin knows it's coming. He just got any detection on it. He's got zero detection on the map. He's got no spore crawlers or anything like that. We do see the overseer coming from Jig. And these roaches are here with, as you can see, Pengwin. If he's not looking at the map, he will not know that these roaches are coming in. And these roaches, man, they're sneaky. Like, you could barely see the graphic. And these roaches are going to start causing a lot of damage. Let's wait for him to pop up. I mean, what a great little play. Look at these roaches here. I think they're waiting for this army to push out, and then from there they're going to cause the attack. But here comes Mutas trying to fight on top of the queens. Fungal growth going off. A couple more fungal growths, and Penguin's losing all his mutas. And this is what's triggering the attack from Pengwin. Pengwin moves his entire army out, and now these roaches are coming on the attack. Look at them. All of them push up and just start attacking the army, but it looks like Pengwin just doesn't care. He's moving his army all the way across, and here comes Lings. Lings are going to do so much more damage on top of this. And Jake's just destroying Penguin's base. Pengwin doesn't have a base anymore. I mean, this is going to come down to basically a base trade. Here comes the rest of Penguin's army. Is going to try to attack, take out this third base, and from there he's just going to move south. He's going to focus down these three. He's going to definitely be able to get all that. There's no other drones here on the map from Jig. Jig's roaches here at Penguin's base is being stopped by these roaches. Overseer is here to stop the roaches, and then Penguin takes off. Oh, and there's a bunch of Ravengers on top of here with the infested, or excuse me, the infestors. Throwing down the fungal growth, and on top of this corrosive bowel, just great shots from these infestors. There's two more left here with a lot of energy in here. I mean, Pengwin is on a great attack. He's going to be able to snipe this third base, and from that, Jig only has the mining base with this one, but he lost this base, so the only way he can mine is like cross-country mining, and Jig's got a decent amount of army left, but as we see, it's just Lings. And here's the Lurker dead. I'm surprised. I don't know if Pengwin went for the Lurkers. Penguin's not going to be able to fight up that army. What he needs to do is just clear it out. That's what he's doing. He cleared it out. Right now, Jig is completely broke. The only thing Jig's going to be able to do is mine from this mineral liner here. And that's basically all that he's going to be able to do from that. I mean, that was a very interesting base trade, but Pengwin did come out in the head. He was able to get roaches behind it and stop Jig's kind of counterattack. But look, as you can see, Jig has 100 minerals left in just this army, and there's really not much Penguin's going to be able to do except come all the way back, and he finally gets the last little bit of this army. As we can see, Pengwin has all his buildings up. He's got well, he had one of his buildings up, but there's really not much he's going to be able to do. And so, I mean, like I said, Jig needs to, he's going to keep doing this cross-country mining. More infestors get a good fungal growth on top of it. Infested marines come out, try to help kill off the last little bit of these roaches. I don't think Pengwin realizes how good of a position he's in. Yeah, he doesn't have that much minerals left. He needs to save it to be able to afford to get a third base. Once he gets that third base, then he will be fine. Ling's coming in, trying to get the surround on top of these roaches. Just trying to get into this army. Try to kill the last little bit of the drones. I mean, these drones are so valuable. Pengwin just does not have enough to make a hatchery yet, so he needs to do as much as he can. Here comes Jig, just blocking the path for Pengwin, and Pengwin just doing everything he can. Jig got his third base up, his second base up. This is just game-changing right now. Pengwin is in a very bad position. He definitely needs to either clear out these bases, like just clear everything he can, so he doesn't lose these drones. These drones are way too powerful, or can be way too vulnerable. More infestors going down, trying to drop the fungal growths on top of this. But again, he hasn't cleared out that roach. Roach is coming in, trying to do as much, trying to scout up. This cross-country mining. I mean, it's amazing how much Jig was able to survive from this. We've got 4 more roaches coming out. At this point, Jig is just trying to survive, and Pengwin's just trying to do everything he can to be everything he can to maintain. He definitely needs to work on trying to get that. He's got a lot of minerals. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's just trying to save up as much as he can, mine out, and then just move to a different base and take like 3 bases at one time. But as you can see, Pengwin's holding off. But oh, here comes a Ravager Infestor army. There's just so much damage here. This Muta's going to try to do as much damage as they can, but it's just one Muta. They focus down the last little bit on the Hydralisk and hit that wall down, and it kind of splits this army up. But look at all the Infestors that are in this army. There we go. The Roach finally gets caught, and he's able to make that second base. But I mean, Jig now has 3 bases. Jig is going to be on 3 bases, even though he did lose a lot at that start. He's recovering very well. And just look at all the Ravagers and the Infestors he has with this. I mean, this army from Pengwin is strong, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough. He needs to work on trying to get more bases out, try to do everything he can to get things going. But as you can see, like, as I said before, both players are just kind of broke at the moment. 8 drones are on that one. Yeah, Jig's doing a great job at GG. Pengwin GG's out, and Jig takes game number 1 in a very interesting base trade style game with the ZVZ. And game number 1 goes to Nocturnal Gaming in this best of. Let me verify. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to verify a couple things on the bigger part, and that I didn't get enough. That bigger part, and they didn't get enough up and running to get this going, so we're going to try to do everything we can to get it up. I'm going to put on a brief YouTube video. Let's do a feel good. And I'll throw it to a quick break where we get everything else figured out. Okay guys, thanks so much, and I'll be back.
It's a ephemeral style, a melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beep. My dreams, they gotta catch me cause I don't get sleep, no. Windmill, windmill for the land, turn forever hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride, it is sticking falling down. Love forever, love is free, let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land, it's everybody, yeah. Laughing gases, flash, 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 lime in your mouth like ass crack. Ladies, ponies, at the track, it's my chocolate attack. I'm stepping in the heart of this shit, Kill whipping in the heart of this shit. Watch me as I gravitate, Yo, we gon' ghost town, this Motown, we Joe sound. You in the blink, gun bite to dust, can't fight with us, we Joe sound. You kill the ink, so don't stop, get it, until you get it. Now watch the way I navigate, Strike it, strike it, strike it. check it.